This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The New Providence Basketball Association's Best of 7 championships back on court last night at the AF Adderley Gym. Our Kelsey Johnson was courtside.
Game 3 is pivotal for both the Johnson Truckers Pancho and the Breezes High Flyers. Neither squad wants to go down a game in the Best of 5 series for the New Providence Basketball Association Division II title. Donnie Culmer, who heads the Flyers, went back to the drawing board with his team, hoping the 104-100 loss on Wednesday night will make them hungrier. Michael Davis believes as long as his team plays hard and stays out of foul trouble, the third game is theirs.
Well, I know one thing. It's the best of the 5 series. You better carry on. This is a pivotal game 3 coming up. So we need to win this game coming up.
It's off. Thanks be to God. Thanks for both teams coming out, showing out hard. We thanks for our sponsor, Mr. Johnson. But it was a hard game. Both teams push hard to the end, to the very end. Good sportsmanship was shown. No fights, none of that. Good game. It was a good game overall.
The game went down to the wire. Flyers came out a little laid back after winning Game 1 convincingly, but they quickly found out that the Truckers had shifted into second gear and was rolling full steam ahead.
Nothing but the best of the best. Come on the show just better than we played tonight. Hopefully be a blow next time. Not a tight game. And I guess we have good home fun, no fights, like I say again, and then we have a good game.
My guys just took it upon themselves that everyone would be hero and do what they want to do. You know, we shooting trees, nothing was dropping. Tell them attack the basket. They wasn't attacking the basket, we wasn't getting back in transition. We just played dumb basketball today.
The Truckers expanded on their 5-point halftime lead by keeping the Flyers at bay in the first 3 minutes of the third. They would close with a 14-point lead, but Jeremy Neely and Travis Stewart took the Flyers on their backs, scoring all 14 points in the 14-3 run. The Flyers got into foul trouble late in the third.
They say we had a bad game, getting a foul trouble, petty fouls. We just got to work in it, move our feet instead of moving our hands, and we got a better game next time.
The Truckers would hold off the Flyers thanks to Chris Stewart, who had a double-double, 30 points and 12 rebounds. Henry Roll chipped in with 22 points and 14 boards.
Right now we have 7. The next 5 is God. The next 5 is God. That's our bench go that deep. God is the next 5.
On the losing end, Stewart and Neely both closed with 23 points. Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
As for Division I, that series also knotted up at a game apiece. The Mr. Ship It Regulators winning Game 2 over the Mailboat Cybots in a squeaker, 78-77. Game 3 in both series back at the AF Adderley Gym tomorrow night. Less than a day to go now until the start of Carifta Mania here in the Bahamas. Judo starts 9:30 a.m. at the Kendall Isaacs Gym with the preliminary rounds.
Preparation for tournament it's been pretty rugged training. We've been training for the last 2 weeks in a training camp here, building up our Newaza and Tachiwaza skills in judo. And it has been preparing us for Carifta.
I'm pretty sure that I'll get my goal, and it's very important because the girl who got the goal when I was in Barbados, she is coming back, and I cannot let my country down.
I had to cut weight, and every day I'll just go for 10 laps jog straight. And we just train Friday and Saturday. We have camps where we just go over our favorite technique.
It's my first time ever in Carifta. It's not my first time fighting international, but I'm very excited.
As for water polo, at 10:10 tomorrow morning, our under-16 team will get things going against Bonaire at the Betty Kelly King National Aquatic Center. The under-19s will then follow at 11:30 against Jamaica.
Last year, Carifta tournament, we came home with 3 silver medals in the U19, U16 and U14 competition. That squarely and fairly put us the second place in the region behind Trinidad. Now, if you ask me, this year, the idea is to become the number 1. This is what we're shooting for, win gold medal in both U16 and U19 category. So I can tell you officially we are the second in the region and we're shooting to becoming number 1.
The B3As has named its team for the IAAF World Relays. On the ladies' side, Divine Parker, Jamaica McBride, Vialne Robinson, Wendira Moss, Rashan Brown, Brianna Bethel, Christine Amertil, Tania Gaither, Shawnee Miller, Lanice Clark, Taylor Carter, Anthony Strawn, and Tamara Myers. The men will consist of Andretti Bain, Chris Brown, Warren Fraser, Stephen Gardner, Adrian Griffith, Chavez Hart, Michael Matthew, Ramon Miller, Blake Bartlett, Samson Colebrook, Javon Martin, Ian Kerr, Robert Johnson, Demetrius Pinder, Stephen Newbold, Ashley Riley, Andre Colebrook, and Elroy McBride.
We are actively focusing on trying to qualify our teams in the 4x1 and the 4x4. So of course, that would be our main focus, because once we qualify and we in the finals, we automatically advance into World Championships. So that is one of our goals. We are going to field a 4x2. We are going to field a mixed. Who those athletes are going to be is totally up to the coaches, and we do think that we have a really good coaching staff.
On to the college baseball diamond now. Jackson State with a big win last night, 21-0 over Tougaloo. Cimarron Mackey went 2 perfect innings in relief. Gisano Sweeting also an inning out of the pen, giving up 1 hit with 2 strikeouts and a walk. As for Bluefield State, they lost both games with a doubleheader to Morris Hill. Kevon Moxie 2 for 2 with a home run and 2 runs batted in the opener. Moxie finishing up 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts in the nightcap. The men's college volleyball season rolling along as well last night. The University of Charleston beating Alderson Brothers in 4 sets. Donovan Wilmot had 8 kills, 3 digs, and a block. Eugene Stewart added 7 kills, 2 digs, and 3 blocks, while Rajal Moxie finished up with 2 kills and a dig. Sailors across the country once again coming together to try and form one unified body. The minister responsible for regattas, the Honorable V. Alfred Gray, gave his take.
We've tried this a few years before, and it did not work then. And the reasons for it not working is still unknown to me. All I know is that it did not work. Officers were elected, and months after the elections, the president reported to the minister that he could not go on. Reasons being that he did not feel that he was getting the support of the officers who were elected at that time. Of course, it is important to keep trying, and it's in that context that I congratulate you and the new groupings of leaders who feel that this is it.
And that'll do it for sports. Stay tuned, check on weather still to come.